Welcome to the Growing Your Business podcast. This is the show that dives into the big question, what's in it for me, for both the business and its customers? On each episode, we sit down with a business owner or leader to uncover their why, their values, and the stories that drive them to grow their business. Welcome to Growing Your Business with Buddy Broyles. Today I'm joined by Neil Katz. He's with Exceptional HR Solutions. Neil, thanks for joining me in the studio today.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here, and it's nice to be in the studio with you and not on those famous Zoom calls we love to do.
So many. Well, that's great. It is good to be person to person here.
Yes.
So let's talk about your business. Just how do you serve your customers? Let's talk about them first. What do they get out of working with you?
What they get out of working with us is we take over HR for them, so they don't have to. And the reality is our job is we need people to get back to what they're great at.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, it's not HR. Let us be the experts. Get back to what you're good at and your passion so you can grow and scale your business.
Yes, because not everybody wants to be at all be in HR. I mean, it's a special kind of person that can handle that workload.
I will tell you exactly. I tell people every day, do you know anybody ever have you met that decided they want to start their own HR business other than me? That's it. Yeah. So let me do your HR and you go do why you started this business. And your heart and passion should be with that, not with recruiting, payroll, onboarding, employment law. Don't do all that stuff. Let me do it for you.
Excellent. Who's your ideal customer?
So we serve a lot of small to medium-sized scaling growing businesses. Our ICP, as everybody likes to say, or ideal customer profile, is clients that are 5 to 500 employees across the United States in all industries. So we serve them all, and we support them and build either infrastructure for them or support their growth as they continue to grow and scale their business.
And how long have you been in business? I think I failed to ask that.
No, not a problem. I've been doing this on a fractional basis myself for about the last 12 years. And then 3 years ago, we're about to hit our 4th year, I went in full time. And very excited. Business is good, and we're going to continue to grow.
So you mentioned this is something you've wanted to do since you were younger. Tell me about the mindset there. What was it like to get to where you are now? Kind of walk me through the path of Neil's profession and professional life.
Sure. I will tell you that I've been in HR for over 25 years, working in corporate America, supporting small, medium, large companies throughout the U.S. and the globe. And on and off, like I said, for 12 years prior to going full-time, I would help friends, colleagues, small businesses, people in my network. And then one day things came together for myself where I had to make a choice. What do I want to do with my career? What am I looking for? And I have a lovely partner, my wife, who finally one day said to me, why are you still thinking about this? You love this idea of helping small, medium companies. You want to start a business. Why don't you just do this? And as I love telling the story to people, as I felt the small push in the small of my back, it was my wife pushing me over the cliff. And the reality is I needed that little bit of nudge to make that really, 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 probably the hardest choice I've ever made in my career was starting a business.
Yeah.
And I look back on it and still to this day, very hard, but exceptionally rewarding, and I love what I do. I'm so blessed to have the business and the team that we do, and I love growing this business. And that's my passion, and thanks to her and all the people who have worked with me as we've got to this point in the last 3, almost 4 years of me doing it full-time, it's been exceptionally rewarding.
So talk me through, let's say I fit your profile, and I say, Neil, I need your help.
Yep.
Tell me about how we get started. I imagine There's a consultation. Just walk me through that first phase to where we're working together.
Sure. So we get on the phone, and my first question to you is, talk to me about your business. Tell me who you are and what you are. That usually will uncover a few things for you automatically. You can almost always hear and then the next thing I go into is tell me your pain points. Where do you struggle with everything related to people? And I don't want you just to focus on the basic challenges you're faced with, but what are your pain points today? What are you faced with? What's hurting you? What's taking your time? What's getting you away from what you're good at? Yeah. Then I make that list, and then from there we develop a proposal for you. We'll come back together, review the proposal together, tweak it, adjust it, to amend it to fit your business needs. One of the things we do is we build customized solutions for each customer. And our job is to build that solution to match your needs where you are and where you're going. And then from there, we get started. And what we do is we provide fractional HR services to companies, whether it's 5 hours a month or 30 hours a week. Whatever the need of that client is, we're going to fit it so that we can help you where you are. And then as you scale and grow, we're your partners through that journey.
Stay with us. The Growing Your Business podcast will return right after this. The Growing Your Business podcast is sponsored in part by Visual Learning Solutions stands out with its expertise in crafting immersive audio and video experiences. Their creative team has over 30 years of experience delivering dynamic, internal training programs tailored to various industries. They ensure the audience receives a compelling message, promotes brand awareness, and increases return on investment. They also excel in producing marketing content. Learn more at their website, visuallearningsolutions.com. Please check our show notes for sponsorship links and additional details. Now, back to the Growing Your Business podcast with Buddy Broyles. Tell me about a success story. I know you've sat down across the table with someone, looked at their business, got to know them a little bit, and have brought them to an entirely different phase of their business. Without naming names,
sure,
you can if they're close. And just tell me about a success story.
So I'll tell you about a company that we started with just about a year ago, and they reached out to us, and we'll just say there was a lot of opportunities in HR.
It's a great way to put it. That's a very HR way to state that.
Because I love to tell people I can make anything sound HR friendly. But we'll just say they had a lot of opportunities. And the team and I went in and we assessed and evaluated, came up with a very comprehensive list of everything that needed to be done. And then the goal was, for us, where we're different than other firms, we roll up our sleeves and we do the work. We stay behind. We don't just give you a list. We tell you what needs to be done, and then we do it. And we do it with you. So over that year period, we continue to grow and grow and grow and support that business and help them develop systems, processes, programs, structures, build a solid HR operating function. So much so that the consultant that was assigned to the account was just hired by the client.
How about that?
So we'll technically lose the client, but you can't ask for a better success when we build such an amazing foundation for the client that the client comes to us and says, we want to hire them. And we're like, okay. And you know what? I don't like losing clients, but I like graduating clients. And to me, this is a client graduation that we get to celebrate. They graduated, and the client's response to me is, Neil, I look back where we were and where we are, and I just can't believe the change. And I'm just amazed and excited with it. And that's really what we want, those success stories, to watch the growth of the client achieve such great success with our partnership.
Doing right creates opportunity, and it comes back to you.
And that's what I tell my people all the time. And I tell my clients, even clients we pitch to, call me if you have a question. I'd rather you call me and let me help you than you do something you're not sure of. And here's why I do that. And I'll do that to anybody. Anybody watching or listening today, if they have just a simple HR question, they're concerned about it, pick up the phone, drop me an email, send me a message on LinkedIn, wherever you want to reach out. I will help you. Now, if it's hours worth of work, we'll talk separately. But if it's a 5, 10, 30-minute conversation, let me help. Let me support you, because ultimately, it's the best reward in the world is to help somebody work through something they don't know how to do, and we do.
How could I get ahead of, let's say that I know I need someone like you. I'm maybe smaller than this. And what are the things I can be doing to prepare myself to bring someone like you or your team into, basically to help me get to the next step? Say I'm not there yet. What could I be doing? Just a few little tips of, Buddy, do these things for the next 6 months, and then give me a call, and we'll have that conversation.
Actually, Buddy, what I would tell you to do is really call me now and let's have it anyways.
Let's have a conversation now.
Because the reality is, I'd want to know what your needs are, where you're struggling, what the challenge is, whether it be recruiting, onboarding, employee experience, engagement, payroll systems, HR systems, interviewing, selection, employee engagement, downsizing, reductions in force, employee investigations. There's so much to it. I'd tell you, I'd rather you call me. And look, Buddy, if you need to, if you're like, I just want to hire you for 5 hours. Okay, you know what? It's not a model I have. We'll figure it out for you. I never want to leave somebody out there by themselves that reaches out and says, hey, I need help. You know what? If you need help, we're going to help you. I don't know how. Don't have an answer even for you right this minute, Buddy, but I'm going to tell you this. We will figure out a solution to help you, because I will never leave a business by themselves, especially growing startups that need help and support.
And it's good to have an answer for the people who basically have admitted that they need help and they don't know. You listed so many things that are definitely things you have to be on top of as a business owner. You don't want to be, but well, so many hats. You wear so many hats for the businesses you serve.
And that's the one thing I will tell you that we get all the time is there's so much complexity to people. And I use the word people, not HR. And the reason I use people versus HR is it is the entire life cycle of the person from beginning to end, even from the job posting to the exit and even post-exit. All of everything in between, we support all of it. And even to this day, I've had people comment to me, Neil, you're not a traditional HR person. I'm like, no, I'll probably support you on some business strategies too, just because I'm a business leader and an HR practitioner both.
How has COVID changed your business and your engagement with your customers?
Reality is, I think it's allowed us to be a little bit more remote than I think we were initially thinking we could be. And COVID's really reinforced it doesn't matter where we are. Whether you're in the beach in Hawaii, the mountains of Idaho, New York City, it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
We can support our clients anywhere, anytime, any function, any challenge they face. Because what it tells you is it's just a phone call, a Zoom call, a meeting, Google Meets, whatever you want. We're there for you and we got you covered. So it doesn't matter where you are. And I think COVID's helped us and helped the business really scale to that point to know that it doesn't matter where you sit in which state, we've got you covered.
That's excellent. Talking about the size of your business, do you have, how's your scale? How do you serve? Because you mentioned, you're basically continental U.S., beyond, I doubt internationally.
We don't do international yet. I suspect in the next 2, 3, 5 years, we'll start exploring it. But for today, we're not international. But to answer your question, I have a team of 25.
Okay. Yeah.
Whether it be our HR partners that we assign to each individual client. So every client has a dedicated partner. Wonderful. So it's not a call center. It's not the model that hopefully I get somebody that I like or they know the answer. It's a dedicated person that knows you and your business. So we have 25 consultants that work with our clients day in, day out. We have some leadership. We have some admin staff that supports marketing, sales, business development. So we're building it out. I suspect in the next year or two, we'll probably have upwards of 50 to 75 employees or team members, and we'll be easily over 100 and 150 clients.
Wow, terrific growth.
Yeah.
And in an industry that has growth because there's so many businesses that need help,
I think, Buddy, what you said is exactly that. The number one thing companies need to do is recognize you don't need a full HR team. Hire a service in a group like us that can come in on a fractional basis. And as your needs grow, we'll grow with you. And by the way, if they grow for a quarter and you need to scale back a little bit, we get that too. We'll support you. But why would you hire a full team paying somebody benefits, payroll, all the other accoutrements related to being an employee when we could do it on a fractional basis with, by the way, today, I think the last number we have over 150 years of HR experience. Yeah. There's nothing you're going to present. We don't know what we're doing.
You've seen it.
We've seen it, done it, experienced it, checked the box, and probably done it twice.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
Yep.
What's the best way to reach you?
I think for me, the best way is always going to be either my website, LinkedIn, email. Any one of those are going to work for me. We're always available for our folks, and I have a team of great people that help me if I'm not available to support.
That's terrific. And if you're listening to the show or watching it on YouTube, all of that information is in the show notes. So Neil has given that to me, and just make sure that you can find it. Just scroll down. Yep. It's there. Click on the link and follow it. Parting thoughts, Neil.
I would just say the best message is this. If you think you need help, you do. Pick up the phone and call us. If we're not the right fit, it's okay. I'd rather you call us and let us help you. Let us answer your question. Let us at least be your sounding board to find you truly what you need. So let's get you some help.
Thank you for joining us today on the Growing Your Business podcast. Please see the show notes for links to our sponsors, our social media, and to learn more about today's guest.